If you're a small business owner, then you know how important it is to have clarity about your finances. But in practice, it might be difficult to maintain that clarity, especially because your money is constantly on the move to pay expenses, meet the demands of payroll, and reinvest to keep the business growing. I personally have felt the stress that comes with managing my own cash flow because my income can be quite variable and so can my expenses. That's why I often wait till the end of each month to see where I stand. Fortunately, I was introduced to Relay, which gave me the clarity I needed on a daily basis. Now I can simply log into my account at any time to see exactly how much money I have, how it's divided up, and where it's going. And while Relay is sponsoring this video, I'm currently using their platform to run my own business. So this review is coming to you through my personal experience. So let's talk about some of the things that Relay can help you do. And after that, I'll even give you a full walkthrough demo of their actual platform. That way you can see how it all works yourself. First of all, what is Relay? Well, it's a business banking and money management platform that helps small businesses understand what they're earning, spending, and saving. That way they can make the best financial decisions for their company. Here are 5 of the things that I really like. First of all, it allows you to perform online banking with no account fees, no overdraft fees, and no minimum balance required. That way you can keep more of what you earn. It also allows you to organize your expenses and cash reserves with up to 20 individual accounts, all of which can be given a nickname so you know exactly what they're for. Money management made easy. You can also issue up to 50 virtual or physical Visa debit cards to easily organize your spending by team, project, or purpose. And then, my personal favorite, you can set up cash flow automations. That way you can automatically put money aside for things like taxes, payroll, expenses, or anything else without even having to think about it. And finally, you can give secure role-based banking access to your team members so you don't have to do it all yourself. Naturally, there's a whole lot more too, so let me show you how it all works. Alright, so once you sign up for Relay and log into your account, you'll see the main menu listed over here on the left-hand side. And for a little while, once your account is new, they'll have a setup tab here with a list of a few things to get you started off on the right foot really easily. So it's spanning this first step here to set up your Relay account. You then create your accounts, like your checking accounts and your savings accounts. I'll show you where that is in a moment here, but you can do so by clicking on that button as a shortcut. Then you can also link external accounts to Relay. That way you can move money between. For example, if you're with Chase or Bank of America or somebody else, you can have cash flow coming in or even going back out and use your external accounts with ease. You can also add money to Relay once you've created your own Relay accounts. Then this next major step here, switch recurring payments from, in this case, Chase or whichever bank you are currently using, is a big time saver as well. Relay can analyze the transaction history from your linked external accounts and show you which ones are going to be charged next, be it ACH or on a debit card, for example. That way you know which transactions you need to move over to Relay without forgetting any of them. And once you set everything up and moved over the things that you want to move over, then you can go back to the main menu over here and go with the home button to get a nice overall dashboard view or kind of like a global view of your business. Up at the top here, you'll see your total balance as well as your available balance. Available simply meaning the funds you can access right now. In other words, that is your total balance minus any debits that are pending or outstanding. So you can view those pending transactions right here by expanding this section and seeing the things that are going to be debited from your account. Closing that on up and moving to the next section here, you can see your posted transactions, their status being settled, the date, the account that was involved, the amount of the transaction, and then your remaining balance. Now again, this is your overall global view of your entire business with all of your accounts in one kind of ongoing itemized list. To see the breakdown of how your money has been divided up, which is my personal favorite view here, you want to go to the Accounts tab on the far left, tap on that, and then you can see them listed by tiles. For example, here we've got a variety of checking accounts. This one is labeled as income. This one's for operating expenses, owner's compensation, so on and so forth. Here's also a savings account, which can earn interest. And you can, of course, add all these up, and that will equal your total balance up here. Should you want to add another account here, you can do so with ease at any time. You can have a maximum of 20, 2 of which can be savings accounts. So let's add one together right now. We'll click here to add the account. We can give it a nickname here. We'll call it Trade Shows. The account type can either be checking or savings, so we'll stay with checking. And then I'll show you this later in the video, but you can give access to different team members who may be, for example, running the trade shows and traveling around. So to not do it all yourself, you can designate the right priority to the right people to handle the account. Once you've selected the options you like, you'll select create account down here, and then it will create that account for you and let you know when it's complete. We'll then click on done, and we'll see it right here, checking account for trade shows, and it has its own unique account number and routing number like all of these here do. So to view the full account number, I click on the I icon. There it is. I can copy it with ease right there too. Now the fun part. Let's put some money into our new account. Here at the top right, you'll see a couple options. One is move money, one is add money. Adding money is from an external account, but since we're going to be doing an internal transfer from within Relay, we'll select move money. The first option is to send a payment. So if you had a vendor to pay, you could do so right there, but we're going to transfer money. We'll pull money from the profit account and we'll send it over to, let's add it right here, our new trade shows account. Let's fund that with $15,000. Then we'll set our transfer frequency. So for instance, this can be a one-time deal or recurring, for example, monthly, although you do have a lot of different options here for your frequency as needed here. We'll do a one-time transfer, and this will be for today. August 13th is just fine, and then a memo for upcoming trade show or whatever you need to type there as a note to understand what this is for. Next, we'll click on here the green button, review everything to make sure it's all correct as we want. Otherwise, we can always go back or edit. Provided everything looks good, we will finish this transaction by clicking on initiate transfer and then getting our confirmation. And there we go. We'll click on done here. And we can see that our profit, which used to be 200K, is now 185. Trade shows has 15 grand to be used for the upcoming show. You'll notice back on the left-hand side menu that we're on for the accounts tab, there's several sub options as well. One is the external accounts. This is where you can literally connect your external banks and then be able to move money in and out of Relay. The next sub option here called manage accounts allows you to schedule your transfers or review any ones that are already programmed and also deal with your international wire accounts. After that is the option to view your statements. For instance, here I can choose August 2024, then click on Export and download statements. From the pop-up that appears, I can choose the format that I want, for instance, PDF, and then choose the account or accounts that I want to view. So I'll choose, for instance, here, the profit account, and then click on done. That file will then generate. I can pull it up here as the PDF, bring it on screen for you all, and have a nice list of my transactions, one after the other, by date, the amount, the overall balance, and all that great stuff as well. So it's easy to have very clear accounting. And now we have my favorite account options tool here called Auto Transfer Rules. This is where the stress of money management goes out the window. You can set up a couple different rules here. For example, a maximum balance rule. To show you how that works, we'll click on that and we'll give it a nickname here, cash flow surplus. Okay, frequency, every week, every minute if you wanted to, every month, twice monthly. We'll choose that one. On the, let's say the 1st and the 15th of the month, keep, let's say $25,000 in the account, and then we'll choose one here. Let's do the new one that we made for trade shows and transfer the excess balance to, and you can divide this up however you want to. We can say, for instance, 75% can go to, let's scroll down here and we'll send it over to travel expenses and then add another account for the remaining 25%. That can go to profit. Once you have it how you like, then click on Create Auto Transfer Rule here at the bottom. Review everything line by line to make sure it is as you want it to be, and then confirm as well down here in the bottom right. We'll then receive a confirmation up here, and it's a done deal. That new auto transfer rule will then be listed right here, so you can see it with all the different details here. Also turn it on or off if you need to. And you'll notice I have a typo here. Cash flow surplus has one S. So if you have something that you made a mistake with, there's no need to create it all over again. Just click on the 3 dots, go to edit the auto transfer rule, make your correction right here, or to anything else that may have been a little bit off, and then click on edit auto transfer rule, confirm once more, and then a final confirmation, and we're now good to go. Another immensely useful tool is found here on the Cards tab on the menu. This is where you can literally create Visa debit cards to use for your transactions of your business. They can be either physical or even virtual. You can see the 5 that have already been created here, some of which have their own little special name to know what they're designated for, and also their status, if one's inactive, if one's been frozen to block certain charges, or if they're active and ready to go. Also the card holder and the spending limits. All of these can be configured. So let's make one. Up here at the top, create card. We'll choose virtual, which is great because it can be issued immediately for online use. You can also add it to your mobile wallet to use with other merchants. You'll get your card number, your routing number, all that great stuff. The physical cards will then be mailed to you if you prefer to have that option. So for here, we'll do virtual, next. Card nickname here at the top, we'll stick with our trade show theme here, so trade show debit. Note that you can put an individual's name on your team, for example. Card access, this can be a shared card or an individual card. With a name like that, this will be a shared card with different individuals. For example, 5 people go into a trade show. Scroll down here, primary card holder. We'll select the top person here. That'll be Anthony Stark, and then other team members with access. So let's share the card, for example, with Maya Cooper. All right, next section, the receipt admin. This person will be responsible for collecting receipts for this card. They can also receive SMS notifications when a card transaction is made in person or when they need to submit email receipts for online transactions. Really, really helpful. We'll set this admin as Adam, and for our source account here, which is basically where the money is going to come from every time you swipe the card, this will be, of course, for the trade shows right there. So selecting that, we can also set spending limits that are custom. Otherwise, the default limits will be used. You can view those by clicking the link right there. The daily limit is 10,000 or 1,000 for the ATM withdrawal. So let's set a custom one here. The daily transaction limit we'll put as $2,500, and the monthly limit here, if you don't put anything, if you don't type anything there, then there will be no limit set. So we'll leave that as is and then click on next. Confirm all the details that we've chosen right here. It all looks good, so we will now create our card. And just like that, we've now minted our fresh new virtual card. It's already pre-activated, so that's great, and ready to use. View card details. First, on the left-hand side, we can see the new card right there, Trade Show Debit, and all the detail about the card on the right-hand side. The nickname, billing address, daily transaction limit with a progress bar as well. Also the receipt admin, and then as you scroll on, people we've shared the card with. Back to the menu over here on the Receipts tab, this is where you can actually have all of your transactions matched with the receipts that are uploaded pretty much automatically here, which is super great. You can either click here to view the browser window to find your file, or just drag and drop it onto this area, and then again, they will be auto-matched to the relevant card transactions. You can also have your team email, whichever email that you set up in your profile settings in the back end here. Once the receipts go to that email, then they'll be sent to the receipt inbox, which can be viewed here in the top right. As an example of that, here are a bunch of transactions with the uploaded images for Uber, plus the amounts, the uploader, and then also the date that those transactions occurred. Moving right along to payments. This gives you a super clean dashboard to see your unpaid bills, any that may be awaiting approval as well. By the way, to make a new payment, that's here in the top right. So clicking on that, we can add the recipient, or even add a new payee right there. Then the payment method, for example, a standard ACH within 1 to 2 business days, same day ACH at the pro level. We'll discuss the different options with Relay toward the end. Domestic wires, international wires, or even a check. Then step 3 down here is the source account, basically where is the money going to be drawn from, and then the final details. So the amount itself, the frequency, the scheduled date for that transfer, and then any memo that you need to remind you what the transaction was for. The first sub tab here under payments called payees shows you your payees. Under that we have bills with their status, like awaiting approval, approved, or unpaid. Also the recurring payments, none of which are set up right now, but of course you can do so right here, set those up, and also any approved rules that you create. For example, if amounts are between a certain threshold or greater than a certain threshold, then take a certain type of action. Now, moving into the teams section, this is where you can remove the headache of trying to manage all of the financial transactions on your own. So you can, for example, add a new team member, enter their details or import from another platform, type in their work email here, and then their permission level. There are currently 7 different levels like read-only access, an admin, a bill payer, card holder, manager, deposit only, so on and so forth. As you select one, for example, admin, it tells you exactly what those permissions involve right underneath. You can also use this feature to add people outside of your organization. For example, if you have some financial advisors here at the top, choose that, and then add a new advisor as well, plus their permission level. As we move toward the end of the demo here, when you click on the settings option, this, like pretty much any other account, gives you all the back-end stuff that you want to be aware of to set up your account properly, like your profile, your password, all your business information, any integrations with other platforms, which is super helpful. For example, QuickBooks here, also Xero and others. Above that, you can control the notifications that you receive, so you can get the ones that are valuable to you and avoid the ones that are not. For any of you who may run 2 or more distinct businesses, you can also add a business and register them all for their individual Relay accounts, but access them all through a single login. And finally, should you ever need some help from the Relay financial team, there is a tab here for support to get in contact with their team, be it via online chat or via phone. They're here to help you out. Having gone through the Relay platform, there are actually a couple different levels here that you can choose from. The first one, which is totally free at $0 per month, is the standard Relay account. This provides you with all the business banking essentials without a monthly fee, like all the stuff that we covered here throughout the demo. Plus, something else I should also mention, you can deposit and withdraw cash at all the Allpoint ATM locations, of which there are many of them. But should you find yourself needing more than just a business banking platform, that's where Relay Pro can help you out right here, giving you all these additional features. For instance, faster same-day ACH and free outgoing wires, auto importing of bills from QuickBooks Online or Xero, reviewing, approving, and paying all bills in a single dashboard, and more. So feel free to pause this screen if you want to look it over in a bit more detail. All the pro features, again for accounts payable, starts at just $30 per business per month. Should you want a much more detailed rundown of all the benefits side by side for comparison purposes, I'm simply on their website here under the pricing tab of their menu. And if you scroll down, you'll be able to see which Relay is right for you, with a standard Relay, with a Relay Pro to the right-hand side. And this is all the core banking features. Scrolling down here, sending and receiving of funds, all of the integrations for the different platforms here, receipt management, accounts payable, and accountants and bookkeeper functionality. So all of those will be side by side here, a great useful resource for you to check out as well. Being able to have such full control and ease of control with massive clarity into your money is one of the big things that makes Relay stand out among the others. Those are also some of the big reasons why I enjoy using their platform myself. So to open and fund your account today, again, the link is down below. Give it a try and see what you all think, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.